to do an update. I think we should all move to Linux, and I think I might just do that down the road. Hey, Cappy, video request, please. Of a report and a running idea by you for some thoughts and feedback. I typed it using my hands and used paragraphs. Incredible, I know. I'm in my early 30s. I'm semi-retired, single, no kids, self-employed. It's amazing how those coincide. It's amazing how often those two coincide. Yeah, you don't have kids. Oh, they were all like, you should really have children. No. Oh, hey, how is it sending your kids to the public schools? Oh, yeah. Yep, there. Oh, yeah. Have fun with that. Me, I'm sleeping in. No debt. I have savings and I'm a minimalist. I'm in shape. I'm happy with a low cost, simple lifestyle. I own nothing besides basic clothes, a phone, and a laptop. IQ 136. I built up a few online businesses recently and they're doing well. 100,000 profit a year and slowly rising. They require very little work and they have the potential to slowly grow bigger over the years ahead. No employees, no overhead, no office, location independent. Winning. It's like the perfect formula. I spend about 30 minutes working from my laptop each morning. Then I go offline for the rest of the day and then they run fine without me. I designed them to be automated as possible. I'm glad you're getting to the point. You wonder why I charge you so much. I could put more hours in to grow them faster and make more money, but working sucks and I'm a minimalist, so I choose not to. I would rather be out walking, swimming, or reading some good fiction instead. I'm also writing a novel in my spare time for fun. This is fine by me, man. I charged you. I plan to self-publish it on Amazon next year, and it might be nice to have some kind of career as a fiction author over the years, but I have not. My income depend on it. I'm MGTOW and Gulp by choice. I'm capable of attracting hot women. I had fun in my 20s, became red pill amendment. You pilled. New phrase, you can use it if you like. So I'm not interested in chasing relationships or marriage. I'm done with the West, and I don't want to be part of it. I share a lot of the philosophy and life views with yourself. TFM, Sandman, in your book, The Man You Really Struck a Chord with Me this year. Lately, I've been thinking, okay, here, now you get to the point. It's all right, guys. That's all right. You want to talk about, hey, Aaron, let me talk about all this stuff. All right. Lately, I've been thinking about how great it would be to build some kind of MGTOW-style men's community in the real world away from society with strict entry requirements. The men who join must be thoroughly red pill. They must be in shape, must have good sense of humor, no autists, and they must be financially independent, must have free time, and their income must be location independent. All right, right off the bat, I'll tell you another reason that it's already not going to work for reasons I'm going to get to later. But let me tell you one reason right now that just came to me. A bunch of independent men are not going to sit in one place. They might own a condo. They might belong to a club. They might have a membership, but they're not going to sit in one physical place. Their lives are, if they're truly that independent and financially independent and remotely employed, they're going to be all over the world. I mean, a brotherhood might work. I think Vince over at Masculine Geek was working on it, but to have a community where we sit in it, no. And the modern day economy doesn't allow necessarily for physical communities. At least half your population is going to be white collar, which means they're going to be remotely employed because the boomers are dying off. And these people, whether you like it or not, people are going to be remotely employed. I'd say it's about half the people, depending on your economy and your country. And so they have no reason to physically belong to any one particular place, right? So that is already not going to happen. Maybe some kind of away from society. Maybe there'd be some kind of application process, interview process to determine who is worthy of joining. You can't just buy your way in if you're a rich loser. Maybe I buy some rural land. Yeah, you want a physical place. It isn't going to work. You could have like Club Med. Like we have different places, like different lodging. I had an idea that was remotely similar in some other ways where it was like a club, but it was a bar club. And I would buy different properties in different places throughout the world. And you'd have a key code and you could just crash there. But that was more of like an Airbnb style. But no, who's going to want to come to your little Walden here? I would buy some rural land and build a gated community with a bunch of nice bachelor huts, a communal gym, a pool, nice gardens, vegetables, chickens, home. Oh, dude, what? Is this for straight guys? Home brewery, solar panel, Wi-Fi, etc. would be good in a be built at a good location, minimal government, low taxes, nice weather. Oh, you're one of these libertarian. You're going to build utopia, huh? All right, let me know how that goes. Out in the country, but with an airport and society and shops within driving distance. All right. Everybody in the community makes their own. They're living online, and they all have plenty of spare time to work out at a communal gym, read, write, be creative, enjoy hobbies, collaborate with the other guy who lives across the street if a project needed. With their daily lives undisturbed by Western materially feminist society. If anyone needs sex, they where'd it go? I lost it. If anyone needs to have sex, maybe we could arrange for high quality escorts to be driven to the community once one night a week, or men can leave and drive out to go to a nearby city to find a girl at a bar if they prefer. We hold each other accountable though, and we don't let our friends become pathetic. Good, we got law already governing us. Get a girl pregnant by mistake or fall for any other female scams. Ooh, we'll get those wascally women's. Of course, we're all free to come and go as we please. Nobody's forced to stay there permanently. We could agree on some decisions about the community with votes and debate. Oh, good. I want to belong to an HOA. I think it'd be a pretty great way to live. No, it absolutely would not. It'd be a horrible way to live. Absolutely horrible. No. Look, I'm okay with Better Batch or Joker. He's doing a retreat. Like, hey, here's a place we come and chill out and relax. All right. I'm okay with a timeshare membership like Club Med. But no, dude, you're being one of those libertarians. I got a new form of government. I built utopia. I think it would be a pretty great way to live and could result in some real friendships and meaningful work being created over the years. You erroneously assume that many men share this vision and want to do that. I'll tell you right now, the personalities that would qualify that you want in this community would not want to be part of a community. Not say nothing wrong with your individual community. They're like, why would I go there all the time? I'm going to go to a beach. These men would be varied in terms of their interests and their preferences. And so you may think, oh, we got some great land in northern Arizona. And some guy's like, well, there's not enough snow there. I'm a snowmobiler, and he wants to go up to the Yukon. And so guys, that's not warm enough. I need to be down in Phoenix because it's colder in northern Arizona than it is Phoenix. It'd be a pretty great way to blah, 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 blah. Basically, it'd be a bunch of decent red pill friends with similar philosophies and interests and values living together in one place, each chipping in enough cash. God, how long is this, man? Would you ever shut up long enough? Like when people arrive, would your introduction be like you just talking for 2 hours straight? With similar philosophies and interests and values living together in one place, each chipping in enough cash each month to make it affordable and realistic. I'd make the community so incredible. I would be God, and appealing to good men that they would see it online and be willing to relocate it from across the globe to join it, abandoning their old crappy lives and the collapsing West be part of something better. What do you think? Good idea? Terrible idea? Absolutely terrible idea. Am I just a closeted gay trying to start a crazy gay sex cult without realizing it? No guys would participate. If you were going to do this, where would you start? I wouldn't. And what would be the biggest difficulty or barrier? Well, the one that you're just not going to have. You want independent-minded people to be obedient and conform to a certain level of standard behavior, and that's just not going to happen. Any problems I'm not considering? It would not be a grift of some kind of scam. I have no interest in making profit from this idea as long as it breaks even and we can all get by without going broke and losing the land. I would be happy. This is deeper than money. It's more about legacy and personal. For you, you're a psychopath. You're putting yourself above everybody else. These are going to be your little pets, and you're going to corral them and go, wow, okay, guys, ain't this great? And I, your Lord, your God, will lead you. No. No. Something to build over decades, be proud of, and hand down to a son I might have. Would he be the heir to the throne? Birth from an artificial womb or surrogate mother? All right. Yeah, no one will want to participate in your little cult. This is a cult you're forming. And here's the other thing, and this is not a criticism of you. but it'd be a criticism of you. You woefully overestimate the quality and caliber of independent-minded, red pill men, conservative, libertarian type of men. I have tried. This is perhaps one of. Oh, I am way off. Look at that. I gotta sit up. Let me get. There we go. Keep slouching. Here's. This has nothing to do with you, but rather the audience you think exists, what doesn't exist, or that you're trying to sell to. The percent of men out there that are truly independent, working on their own, doing their thing, versus those who claim to be that, especially on the internet, is microscopic. One of the more depressing things where I kind of threw in the towel and truly gave up, where I'm like, forget it, I'm going to enjoy the decline, was when it came time for conservatives or libertarians or Republicans or just freedom-loving men. I said, hey, maybe we ought to form like a little militia. Not in a military sense. This was really more like, well, the number one thing you're going to need is other people to cover your ass. Like, you could buy all the silver and guns and bullets in the world. If you don't have a team, you don't have a group of people so you can take shifts sleeping, patrolling, working together as an action. Safety first. That's the main thing. Well, then it doesn't matter, whoever gets a lucky shot on you is going to get your stash. Whoever gets a lucky shot on them is going to get their stash. So you need to, have a fort, have a community, things like that. And everyone's like, yeah, that's a pretty good idea. I was like, okay, well, let's do it. And it wasn't like you, like, oh, we'll cut our hands and do a blood oath, and we'll sacrifice one testy to the cult god. Well, you'll be free to leave and go as you choose. Just don't you be dating any of them women. I was like, oh, maybe, and like no one was like, oh yeah, we're totally, let's do it. I'm like, okay, well, let's learn to fire guns. I know some basic stuff we can get some, nothing. And I started looking at all my other conservative libertarian type of friends, like, oh well, they like, hey, why don't you move out of Minnesota? Why don't you? No one moves. And all these guys like, yeah, man, I'm totally alpha. I tell my wife what to do. Brr, 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 brr. And then I'm like, oh, cool. Well, then I look and I see, and they're the most henpicked. They're not getting laid. Sexless marriage. Wife freaking owns them. And I slowly realized the percent of people that are legit masculine men is so small and so minute that even within, I'm pretty, I wouldn't say extreme, but adamant. I'm kind of like, no, but I got some pretty, I stick to my standards, right? The percent of my friends that like got past my, like, oh yeah, they're totally, yeah. I'm like, no. If it came to a forget crisis. If it comes to a ride to the airport, let's just try that, okay? You're like, what? But if it came to a crisis or anything intellectual or any kind of hard work, that's what I found. There are so few people. I'll give you an example. We all pick on Chad, right? We got to pick on Elkins. Well, what did he do? I want to start a podcast. Well, here's what you got to do. Guess what he did? He did it. He did it. You put in the time, you put in the work. Podcast, it's not like he built the walls of Constantinople, but he did it. You know how rare that is? Atham, another perfect example of a friend. I'm like, I guess these are the friends I got. Oh, this is all the, like when I went shopping for friends, it was the bargain bin at Walmart and they had nothing but Athams and Elkins left. Oh, geez, this is it, huh? Well, $1.97. Okay, I'll take that. He busts his ass off and he works full-time work. It was the full-time school. Dude, that I could count on one hand the number of guys I want backing me up in any kind of community, society, or like an investment. Like if I was going to go on any kind of endeavor, and that there's so few. And again, using these guys as example, these guys got their own lives. They don't want to go to the cult of Cappy. Like Chad wants to go do his thing. He visits family. He's got the candidate. Atham, he obviously, if you, not to bore you with the background of him and his family have traveled all over, and a very interesting background. They're not going to, oh yeah, let's come to the cult of Cappy. They're going to go do their thing. And so I think at best, you could have a fraternal order, maybe a global club that you belong to, but that already exists. That infrastructure and that structure already exists. Forms of the Elks, the Masons. Now you may want to have like a red pill one. I think Masculine Geeks are putting together something like that. But then you got to manage the buildings and all. But no, there's not a one centralized location. And I won't lie, dude, you sound like a cultist. You sound like, like you need a hobby, man. Look, I got it. You want to do this thing. It's your culture, your cult, it's your religion. Truly independent guys are not going to want to show up to that. They're not going to want to make your dream come true, your little utopia. And so because there are so few genuine, real men out there, and because the men that are genuine and real and independent are going to do their own thing, they just don't have the personality for that. Your thing, your project, your idea won't work. It won't. Now, if you just wanted to be a retreat and you charge people to chill out there every once in a while, like to get away, that's different. That's different. No one would live there. You could have therapists on hand. You could just chill out and relax. I don't know if I'd even want to have therapists. You just like, here's a nice place. Have some gong bells laying around. It's nice and calm, but just for a retreat, very simple. That'd be cool. But no, you're not gonna have people live there, and we'll have rules. And now, if you go out, we're gonna keep on you. Make sure you don't touch any of those wascally women's and feel their boob. Oh, did you get her pregnant? Shame, shame, shame. Now we're gonna whip you. No one's gonna talk. And dude, the not good nor bad, but the ego is the wrong word. The independent personalities the guy have to kind of say, F you, I'm not coming here. We're not doing this. So there you go. All right. Yeah, let's go to the super chats. Oh, look at that, man. And man, boy, Atham's letting everybody in. I told Atham not to let any girls in. Look, Jack's here already. Hey, Jack, can you tell Rurb to send me that bleeping audio file of that thing? Wait, right. There you go. There you go, Chad. You nailed it. Look, the guys who are independent have their own thing going on. They don't want to belong to a club. They're going to do their own thing. The people who got nothing going on, yeah, man, I belong to the super secret MGTOW club. I got the handshake and I got the badge. Sorry. We're all good morning, gentlemen. We're already starting off really, really early. Health before. Is this a girl? Did we let a girl in? That's not. Look, guys, if you're going to take a fake picture of a girl, at least make it look believable. Okay, don't grab some model who's all done up with makeup. All right. And if you're going to have a girl like as an avatar and you're like, oh, she's hot, what's with the face? Put her in a bikini or something. Ryan Stone, speaking of the guy asking a lot, what is it you offer? Well, Ryan made that comment early. I'm sure he's rolling his eyes by now as the guy went into painful detail. Scrolling it. Subscribe to the channel while we're at it. We're almost there, guys. We're almost there. William S. $5. Hey, Cappy, love the content. It has helped me and made a difference. Thank you. I've made more differences than all the teachers combined because teachers do make a difference, but it's for the worst. It is for the worst. Very much. I knew you'd hate your audience a little bit. Was it, Ryan? Hey, while you guys are at it, subscribe to Ryan's channel too. He's got a playlist between him and Carl. That's some good listening. That's like two guys with IQs of 200,000 apiece going at it. All right, more on the way. See you guys later. Toodles.